or I guess the fourth one.
That sounds pretty neat. That sounds like the one I would probably really like.
It was really cool. I like it.
Zombie Wolf 13. Thank you for the follow, buddy.
Oh.
I appreciate it.
Well,
I really wish I need to add to my
corner of the internet.
Yeah. The noise played for a follow, but I don't have actually the overlay added to my BRB screens. Unfortunately, I need to do that. Oh yeah.
5,500.
Goddamn.
What's crazy is how quickly Angel is catching up to me.
Yeah.
I've already got half almost of what I have.
Angel hangs out with me. It's fun.
Yeah.
What the fuck? There's a guy on my friends list named Crotch Connoisseur. And can you believe it? It's not Justin.
I know. I actually looked. I'm like, I wonder if it's Justin, because that's totally a name he would name himself.
Yeah.
Did you see the Armored Skeptic video?
No. When was it posted? Today?
Maybe today.
Probably not.
It was. Oh, it was about the video of the girl dumping bleach on people's pandas.
Yeah, I don't. Go, Angel.
I feel like that's fake, because I feel like
Yes.
people's reactions would be much worse.
Yeah.
100% fake. Well, like the person getting spilled on is an actor. I think the other people on the train it's genuine.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. There's probably not bleach either. If I had to guess, it's probably
definitely
just water.
not bleach. Apparently, she said it was 30 times stronger than like regular household cleaning bleach, which is insane. It's obviously not that, because people would have serious chemical burns and shit.
Yeah.
That was a dead giveaway that it was fake.
Yeah. And I feel like even with the craziness that people sometimes feel about things like that, like, I feel like even she would realize that she couldn't actually do that, because she would get in serious trouble.
Yeah, she would have gotten in trouble after the first or second time. She would not have done it 20. Like, that video has like 20 times where she's dumping stuff. I was like, this is getting ridiculous now.
Yeah, seriously.
And people would probably hit her. Like somebody probably would have done that.
I mean, that was the worst part of the Armored Skeptic video, was him showing clips of people's response videos to that, and how much, like, somebody needs to fucking kill this bitch. I was like, oh Jesus Christ.
That's a bit much. I don't think people should give her harm, but people probably would give her harm.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
yeah.
mean,
I'd punch her in the face right there.
If you literally get bleach dumped on you, I'm not gonna have any problems with you like defending yourself.
Yeah.
It is a chemical attack. I'm talking about it was really scary how like these people that thought it was real were like rallying behind. I mean, you know, they might just be playing it up because they want YouTube clicks, but still, it's practically inciting violence. Like, this one guy was saying like, what we need to start doing is we need to start taking stuff and like dumping it on women's purses. Like, holy shit, dude!
What the fuck? No.
What the hell is wrong with you?
Did you hear about the Oh, go ahead.
Just to wrap up, it was like the whole, like, you know, SJW stuff is fucked up, but don't be so one-sided and like one-track mind that you're gonna act like an SJW and just be like, yeah, this other group can get fucked, and just, that like righteous anger.
It's very radical.
Yeah. It's like portraying the same behavior against the people who are displaying that behavior. It's not helping anything.
And they'll likely criticize that group for that behavior in another video in the future.
Yeah.
What were we saying?
Did you guys hear about the it was in South America somewhere, but a professional boxer. He was on like a TV show or something, and they it was all in Spanish. I don't, and I only saw a clip, but like this guy in like a burrito costume came out, and the boxer was supposed to punch him. Like it was an H3 video. They're like we assume that there was like extra padding on his stomach or something. But like the host of the show, as I said, they're speaking Spanish, so nobody knows what they say. But
No one.
yeah, no one in the world.
It's a dead language.
He pats the burrito's stomach, but then he pats his head. And
Oh, damn it! That was amazing.
oh my goodness, that's
My apologies. I almost ascended. I almost achieved the glory. Valhalla was within my grasp.
Yeah. So
He touched his head after patting.
yeah, like he patted his stomach and then he patted his head. And then they're like we can only assume that he's saying punch him in the stomach, not the face. But I don't know. But he punches him in the face and broke his jaw.
Oh god
Oh.
damn.
Yeah. And like you can see him he falls to the ground as you'd expect, and he's in this big burrito costume, so he's like kind of writhing around, but you can't really, you might not
can't
be
tell.
able to tell, but like he's clearly like trying to reach for his face, like oh my god.
Oh. I hate the idea of like having something in pain and you can't even like hold it to make it feel
Yeah.
Yeah.
God. That's boxing is fucking, it's messed up. All the martial arts stuff, it is seriously dangerous.
Yeah, it is.
I mean,
Yeah.
duh, obviously, but I actually was told by my eye doctor to stay away from any kind of contact sports, especially boxing, because my retinas are like barely attached or something because of my astigmatism. That like a hard enough knock could like separate it, and I cringe just even thinking about that.
Dang.
It's like, if you start seeing a whole bunch of spots in your eyes, get to a doctor quickly because your retina is
Oh.
detached.
Oh,
my
you
God.
think?
I almost puked on her.
If your vision's ever fucked up in a way you've never experienced it before,
Yeah.
go to a doctor.
Well, it was more like she was explaining what that is more than
Yeah.
honestly. And some people do need that advice.
Yeah, it's true.
If something really bad happens, go to a doctor.
Oof.
Yeah. I'm glad I know, but it also like haunts me.
Yeah, my dad had to like get his eyeballs realigned because one was starting to like kind of like drift or some crap.
Huh.
So they had to like go in there, like, and they had to like, I don't know what they did with his muscle, one of the muscles that moves his eyeballs, but they had to manually adjust it while he's awake to ask him if he could see better.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Please
So
no.
they had to like tug on it and then be like, "Is that good?" Nope. Yeah,
That
it
is
sounds
that is
so
worse
horrible.
than any horror movie I've ever seen. Right there. If I saw,
Oh,
I thought you scored that.
no. He did. See? He took my glory. There was the horror movie that made me like cringe the most. I don't even know if it's horror, maybe psychological horror. I don't know. I think it was called like Awake or something like that.
Oh yeah. Where he's
And-
like getting surgery.
Yeah. Oh my
Oh,
god.
Jesus Christ.
And he was the
You're
He
way
couldn't
back to the
move. He was
surgery.
paralyzed,
Oh fuck.
Yeah.
but he could still feel.
Yep, you could feel
So they-
everything. He was
They were like in his. They were in his head, and he's like screaming in his head. And you could like they're doing like heart surgery or something that they had like crack open his rib cage for.
Yeah.
Like, ugh,
And
that
that's
sounds horrific.
that is a real thing that happens.
It is.
By the
That's
way.
what makes that's what makes it more terrifying.
Yeah.
Because it's also like, I mean, how is the doctor supposed to know?
They
Yeah.
can't. It's like it's just you can't know. I mean, I don't.
That's got to be worse than like any torture right there. That is awful.
Yeah. That was like the only part in the movie I remember, because the rest of the movie seemed pretty boring. It was like drama of like relationship stuff or something.
Yeah, like it was. I don't remember very well either, but it was basically like the doctors were plotting to kill him or some shit like that. It was like, wait, what?
I watched a low budget horror movie. It was kind of like a horror movie. Where it was right. They were on a ski lift, and it gets stuck when they're up in the air, and it was like right before they were closing down for the day, so they're just trapped. There's like these 3 people just trapped on a ski lift, and they're way too high up, and it's like right before a week-long vacation. They're like knocking off, so they're just trapped there, and like days go by, and they're just stuck on the ski lift. I was like, Jesus, that's such a simple thing, but God, that's horrifying because they're like their skin is like freezing to the metal and shit
Oh,
if they take their
God.
gloves off, and you know the girl has to just like pee right there and
Oh no.
shit, and like and eventually one guy's like, well, nobody's coming to help us. They're not coming back here until like the following Monday, so like no one even knows to like look for us. So he just tries to jump, and he survives the fall, but his legs are shattered, and so of course they're up in the mountains, and fucking wolves come and eat him.
Oh
He
shit.
can't get away because his
Oh,
legs are
God.
broken. Then the other guy climbs like up the cable, holding the thing on, and he like climbs over to another. Oh shit! He climbs over to one of the other chairs, and then makes it to one of the poles holding the whole thing up, and there's like a ladder, and he climbs down, but I from what I remember, it's been a long time, but I think he like fucked up his hands real bad on the cabling, and I think he like gets eaten by wolves as well, and like right in view of her, like she just has to watch them as they get dragged away by a pack of wolves from like 80 feet in the air.
Yeah.
There's nothing she can do about it. She did actually survive at the end of the movie. Spoiler alert for a movie I don't even remember the name to. And let me tell you, I was real happy about that, because that was 2 hours of some real depressing shit.
Yeah.
To have a she got down, and the only reason she lived is because they were full from eating the other 2 guys. They were just like busy munching on them.
Oh God, I didn't expect that.
Damn it! I tried to bump that guy for you. She had to like crawl her way down the embankment, and then had to like wait for a car to go by too. She's just sitting there in the freezing cold. Thank God, a car comes by to save her. I like movies like that though, where you're just like you're just kind of like trapped in a location. We're trying to figure out what the fuck they can do.
Hear about those like people getting trapped in elevators and shit?
Yeah, that reminds me of that movie, Gerald's Game. I think.
Gerald Game.
Yeah. It's a Stephen King.
Hmm.
Yeah, Gerald's
I
Game.
can't believe there's a Stephen King like thing I haven't heard of, but that guy is so prolific.
Yeah.
Not too surprising.
Um. Yeah, it's kind of. It was kind of confusing. Like,
I got
Ooh,
him!
Got him.
Oh, get got!
oh, nice.
I'm gonna make you watch that.
Yeah, no, it was a good movie though. Obviously, there's
What
a
was it
book,
about?
but uh, basically,
Oh, nice.
so like this married couple, like I think they're having some problems, and so they go on like a getaway to this like isolated home, to like spice things up.
Hot.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Yeah, and she has some reservations about getting like handcuffed to the bed, but um, but like he really wants to try it, and so she's like, all right, I'll do this for you. Um, but then he has a heart attack and dies.
Oh, no!
no.
Yeah, and
Is he like on top of her? It's just dead?
and no, he's not on top.
God,
he,
that's
That'd
worse.
be fucking even worse. If
Oh,
just,
yeah,
like,
that
the
would be
body is
way
just
worse.
resting on you.
no, he's like
That'd
near
also
the
be
edge
really
of the
hot. I mean, what?
he's near the edge of the bed, and like he just kind of like falls off, and she can like from her vantage point she can like only see his arm. And yeah, so yeah, then she has like hallucinations of him talking to her,
Oh.
and she's like trying to figure out like what to do, and yeah, it's she comes up with a pretty clever way to drink water too, because there was a glass of water like on a shelf above her that she could barely reach. And yeah, she like comes up with a she's pretty clever in like grabbing the water, and like her hand is too far away for her to actually like reach the rim of the cup, and so she like fashions like a straw out of some kind of paper or something, and it was really, I'm like, dang. And she does eventually get out in a bit of a morbid way, but she doesn't cut off
go
her
on.
hand. Yeah, so I guess spoiler alert for anybody listening. Basically she breaks the glass that the water was in, and
Oh no.
yeah, I thought this was a little excessive. Like I didn't think she had to go this far. Like she's like, okay, like blood is very slippery, so like but she yeah, like that's what she does, but I feel like she like does more than she would really need to if all she's looking for is the blood. She basically like makes like a cross sort of thing like on her wrist and like into her palm. And she's doing this all one-handed, of course, which is impressive. I don't remember exactly like how she did it, but yeah, like she just like pulls her hand through and like basically like skins herself.
Oh.
Jesus.
Yeah. And after that she can like reach the key or
Damn it.
something like that. But yeah,
He's
it
really
sure was interesting.
people getting handcuffed, because that's that other one, Misery, is about that author who meets like a super fan out in the middle of like her cabin in the middle of the wilderness, and she like handcuffs him to the bed and forces him to finish writing the book the way she wants it to end or something like that.
Oh.
I've been wanting to see that one. It sounds really cool. Like she loves all of his all the books he's written. but I think she's like mad because he's killing off one of the characters that she likes or something. I think.
Huh.
And so she ties it. She like the really harrowing scene that everyone talks about is like she's got him handcuffed to the bed and then like takes a sledgehammer and breaks his leg so that he can't go anywhere.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
So definitely want to see that.
That's always been one of my like fears. I've always thought I want to try out being handcuffed to a bed during asexual activity.
I'm gonna
I'm like-
need to be able to release myself if necessary.
Yeah.
is the
Yeah,
question
yeah.
I got.
I want it, but I want it to be like if I hit button or something, it releases rather than key. It's more of the thought that counts. You know?
Yeah, you're still gonna get the sensation of being tied up,
Yeah.
even if you know in the back of your head that like you could get out if you wanted to.
Oh, I can.
Plus, I'd kind of rather be doing the tying than getting tied. But that's just me. There's another movie where with Ryan Reynolds, where he gets buried alive, and the whole movie is just him in the coffin, and he's got a cell phone. So the only light is what comes from his phone, and then him just calling people, and the camera never leaves the coffin. The whole movie, it's just him trying to get a hold of people, and because like he also doesn't know where he's been buried either, so he's trying to like tell people where to come get him. And of course they don't believe him at first. It's like, yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
You say that it was like the whole movie like that. They didn't do it in anyone else's perspective. It was just entirely
Inside. There's different angles inside the coffin, but it's entirely in the coffin, and you feel, you start to get claustrophobic, like you're trapped in there with him. It's really cool because
Dang.
it's low budget horror and low budget sci-fi movies can do some really interesting things.
Oh, some bro, I missed.
I got you.
Oh, you got me. Oh, you don't anymore though.
Well, see now that looks like it's my fault instead of your fault, so I still got you. I
thank
still
you.
absolved you of fault.
Thank you. Why'd you fuck up, some bro? Oh my god.
Sorry, guys. There's even one reviewer was like, they even managed to work in an action scene because
What?
he's trying to break he's like punching the coffin and like trying to break it and stuff so he can get out, but
Oh, I got bumped.
it's not doing you a whole lot of good because of all the dirt around.
Yeah.
But you open up access to the dirt around you, and you're gonna get creatures, and a fucking snake climbs in through the
Oh.
coffin, and it's down by his feet, so he can't like really get to it and shit. And it's like I think it was like a rattlesnake trying to bite him.
Oh, of course it was
And,
poisonous.
Yeah.
And I think he had a lighter, so I think he ends up like lighting it on fire somehow. Got him.
Yeah, I have a little bit of claustrophobia when it's like really tight like that.
Yeah, if it's really tight.
I actually find it really cozy. I like confined spaces.
If I know I can get out of it with my own free will, then I don't care.
Oh, I'm sure if I was buried alive, you better believe I'd be fucking hyperventilating.
But I mean, besides that, there was like a little cove in my in my elementary school. So my elementary school had a really like rad playground. Like it was the
Rad.
one in town. Yeah, rad. It's rad. It was famous in town for being one of the best playground. And there was like one little cubby that small kids could crawl into, but it was a dead end. And so there was a
Who
couple.
the fuck designed that?
Yeah, I think it was just like extra leftover space that they decided to.
No, we both went for the goalie.
And when I crawled in there once, and then one of my friends crawled behind me, and all of a sudden I had this panic, like now I can't get out.
Start kicking him.
Yeah, I was basically starting to flail. And I don't remember much from like elementary school. I mean, I don't think many people remember that many details, but that's definitely something that I is scarred in my memory.
Just
Brazil.
to wrap it up, he does manage to get a hold of someone who can actually help. It's a guy, because I think he was like kidnapped by Mexicans or something. They were like holding him for ransom, and he got in contact with a dude who like specializes in that kind of thing, and the guy was like calling around, and he's like, we found someone who knows something. He goes to Brazil, and said that they saw somebody being buried here a while back. And so he's like, we're coming for it. We know where you are now. We've got your location. We're on the way. And then he can hear them digging. And of course he's running out of oxygen because he's buried alive. He's starting to hyperventilate and shit. And he's like, we're digging right now. We've got an excavator. We're gonna get you out of there. Give it 30 minutes tops. And he's like barely holding on. And he goes, okay, we can see the coffin now. We're gonna start breaking through. Be careful. Get ready. And of course he's like in tears of joy because he's about to die. And they break through the coffin, and he goes, oh my god, I'm so sorry, we're at the wrong coffin.
Wrong coffin.
Oh.
Yeah.
So he gets to just hear on the phone, like as his battery is at like 2%, he gets to hear him being just like, I'm so sorry, and then the movie cuts to black.
Oh.
Wow.
That stuck with me. I didn't get a lot of sleep that night.
So he just dies there.
I mean, he's out of battery, so he can't even like keep communicating with him anymore, and he was
Hate to be you.
almost out of
Yeah.
oxygen. So yeah, he's pretty much fucked. Like,
Oh,
they have
yeah.
no lead on where, because that was the thing, is like they just happened to go to that one because someone told them that someone was buried there, but it was somebody else that the cartel had like kidnapped and buried alive, but that person was already dead and gone.
Oh.
So the lead they got was just for some other person that got kidnapped. That is fucking horrible.
Oof. Yeah.
Or talk about the handcuffed bed thing and like getting stuff, right? Being able to like try to get stuff while you're in that position. Do you guys ever have that, like, there's something on your floor or something on across your room or something, and you don't want to get out of bed? So you like
Yeah.
put your hands down on like the floor, and you have like one toe still on your bed. You're like reaching for it,
Yeah.
putting more physical effort into actually grabbing it.
Yeah. And you realize it halfway through, you're like, God damn it, I'm exerting more effort than it would have taken. She's like, well, I've made my choice. It's too late.
And it's like a challenge, and you
It's a
want to
challenge
complete
at
it.
that point. Yeah, you have to do it just to prove that you can. You know what, Mr. Foxington? You said you laughed at one of my jokes, so I had to balance it out.
Yeah.
I'm like Thanos. I had to perfectly balance everything.
Oh, spoiler! I didn't know he was balancing stuff.
Yeah. He does some juggling, some balancing, some seesaw action.
Some sea salt action.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
We leaving?
Yeah. Boy, we've been kicking butt today.
Yeah.
It's because we're talking about morbid stuff.
Yeah. We're talking about depressing things.
On the topic of claustrophobia, mine is, I guess, I'm gonna say more severe than yours.
Oh, good.
It's not severe, but it's like if I'm if I have like a blanket wrapped around me, and I can't like just stretch my arms out and whatever, like a burrito, like
Yeah.
that
You roll
freaks
up
me
into a
out.
burrito.
That
Yeah,
freaks you out?
Yeah, like I kind of like
That sucks.
I kind of like I guess I don't know how to describe it, like I flail my way out of the blankets basically.
I love burrito, especially when it's like real cold.
Yeah.
I have some of the same things when Justin's sleeping next to me and like we're cuddled or whatever, if his like arm is pinning down my arm, like I kind of like get freaked out and I have to like I don't flail at that point because I don't want to wake him up, but like I definitely like push him away like
Pry him off.
yeah.
Being someone as desperate as I am, any sort of bodily contact is good. You know, oh yeah, crush me, I don't care. I won't get to touch anybody. Ah, shit though!
I have to have free.
How many YouTube subscribers do I have now? Did you just subscribe to my YouTube, K-Fox? Are you the 10th subscriber number 10 right now? I don't know. I'm not on my
What a
YouTube
pal.
page. What a pal. That's what I assume.
Or maybe he wants to know sort of when he could be like, "Pff, now it's 11.
Enjoy the. Oh yeah. Enjoy the 7 uploads I'm gonna do tomorrow. No, I didn't.
Nope.
Oh wow.
You?
Oh what a good hit that was.
Yep, it is currently 9.
Oh, K Fox. No one will subscribe to me. All right, it's just a VOD channel. No one cares.
He says on the outside.
Yeah, on the outside.
Inside,
On the inside, it's totally
he's crying.
it's rotting.
I cry every time. I could see when I'm like 80 years old looking back on my life being like, damn, I wish I had subscribed to that VOD channel.
Yeah. Boy, I feel real bad that I didn't.
You seem like awesome nostalgia right now.
Oh! Get wrecked, whole other team.
Just cringing at all the stupid shit I said.
I hit that across the map. I blew up that guy, and then I fucked that guy. Oh, so good.
Look at that!
Oh, whoop. Whoop with the 5 was up.
Guy.
The party bits? Thank you, man.
I got a PRB.
Oh god, whoop.
What?
You're raising my spirits. I'm like the K Fox fella. Bragging how many YouTube subscribers he has. Oh. Oh, I got no. I wanted to flick
bits?
that.
That's some impressive lurking.
Back to lurk. Well, thank you, sir. Enjoy your lurk.
You can really lurk with the best of them.
Yeah.
Top 5 best animated lurks.
At number 1.
Number 3 will shock you.
Oh, Mario.
I got it.
Ooh,
I
you
got
almost
really
got it.
aggressive there. I went all the way down to their side for boost.
Yeah,
Like
like
a-
Mario.
Like an idiot dumb.
He had almost a good recovery. I'll give him that. At least it's not like 9-2 like the last one. How boring. Oh,
Post.
take my time. Get wrecked.
Yeah, so much of countering the other team is just kind of waiting for them to hit it, because like the guy who goes second has the advantage.
Yeah.
So now it's all about like countering the counter. Teammate, come on.
I have 500 points. Oh, teammate, he thought I had it. Probably it. Or he's just bad.
Bad
I got
ping
him.
as well.
Yeah, it's
That
true.
might have been a factor.
He's also a tactical
That's all
whiffer.
factors. Just give girls a hoe. Broke. Everybody know.
Get that. No, that's not what I wanted.
Teammate. Teammate.
Yeah, I don't know what he's doing. Doing a jig. Push it. I would have redirected into our net. Oh,
Good one, teammate.
it's really letting us down. These anti-clutch whiffs.
Teammate, why would you come out for that when I'm right there? You hit it and I was where you hit it. Like
Yeah.
stay in goal. That has nothing to do with ping. Why would you go for that? Oh.
Oh, he.
God.
Oh. He delayed hit that. He faked me out. That was a good one on their team, but it hit the ground. Oh, I don't like that. I got it. Ooh, I almost fucked it.
Well, that wasn't good. I'm out of boost though. That might be.
Nope. I accidentally bumped that guy. I don't know if that had anything to do with it.
Oh, teammate, do something. Yes.
Yeah. Redeeming.
Whew.
You know what?
And the whole
Marimo
team was in
Mario.
the goal. That's hilarious.
You're an alright guy.
He does say tactical whiffer. It's right there on his name. He tried to tell us.
Are these all ready up if everyone else is gonna? Why not? Yeah. I think I might put one of those special tags on my name next Rocket Pass. Since everyone's got them, you know, I don't want it if everyone's got them. I gotta be hipster.
I'm getting to the point where I'm thinking about one just because I've had Rocketeer for so long now.
Yeah.
Just for the sake of changing it up now. It used to be a thing of like people would comment on, oh, you're a Rocketeer, but you know whatever. We're not really at that point anymore.
Yeah. Which is nice because
It is really nice.
it made no sense.
So many people are Rocketeer now that it doesn't mean anything anyways.
I don't care. It went in. I was just trying to
I don't even
muscle
know
it
how
through
that
right
happened.
there.
You
Tap it
had
with
to.
your head.
The last second, I leap into the air to steal all the credit.
And it barely skimmed off of you too.
I know. I'd love to hit that, so I will.
Hit it. Hit it again.
I'm dead. I won't be hitting anything.
You did boost anyway, I could tell.
Hit the gym.
Oh. Does that
Yeah,
help?
He owes me money.
The gym?
The
Is it
gym.
he?
Yeah, just the one guy. The guy who represents all gyms.
Are we talking about gyms or Gimes? I think we're talking about Gimes right now. I just imagined you outside of a gym punching him. Yelling, you owe me money.
Oh.
And it's not even like the manager comes out, he's like, can I help you? You're like, no.
The building owes me money.
Yeah, the building.
Whoa, he got the demo.
Oh my god.
Demoed the goalie and then comes back to pick up the pieces. That's just not right.
Brutal. Pretty even team we have right here. The other team's pretty even too, in sucking.
You want to get an even suck going on. You
Yeah.
don't want it to be too one-sided.
A one side. Well, there's only really one side I want sucked.
Is your dick 2D plane?
No, I'm talking. I'm talking about sides of the body. I mean, you know, to each their own. I'm not
Yeah,
gonna-
I'm not judging.
You don't
Oh.
want a girl to suck your butt.
Well, it depends on what part of it.
Oh,
I
No.
think I could be into that.
Butt cheek, yeah, it's fine. Whatever. Go for it. It'd be a little weird. I might just sit there and go, "What are you
if
doing?"
she's having a good time, I'm
That's
having
true.
a good time.
Depends on who she is.
I guess it does depend on who she is.
Oh boy. Gonna hit it.
No! Why do they have to have a goalie?
Oh god, that was not the hit I wanted.
I was actually kind of hoping they would do that. I was right.
Trying to hit it on the corner of my
Like,
car.
man, I really hope he fucks up right here. That would be perfect for me.
Oh yeah, accurate. Oh. No, it was right into him. Puny human. You know what song I'm listening to, Angie? Mantis.
yeah.
Psycho Mantis.
Bro, it's not it.
Fuck, I can't think of the
Oh.
song, but
I don't know the song name. I'm listening to it right now. That doesn't look good. I hit it right back into a dude. 5 saves, I'll take it.
I knocked him into it and prevented his teammate from getting it. Oh, what a pass.
Oh, he bumped me a little bit.
Yeah.
Hit, but you got it here.
So I obviously haven't unlocked any of like the daily challenges and stuff. Right, does Slay the Spire have daily challenges?
yes. And they're pretty fun.
That's the one where like you can actually make your deck stronger.
Yeah, it can hurt you or it can harm you. I'm
What is Ascension? I watched Northern Lion play an Ascension run.
Ascension just is basically a normal run, but things are slightly harder. Like Ascension level 1, I think elites are more common. I think Ascension level 2 is like normal enemies are stronger. You know, level 3 is elites are stronger.
I guess elites being more common, if you know what you're doing, is actually kind of nice because you get a relic after you beat him, right?
Mhm.
Because like by the end he had just a fucking whole screen full of relics.
Oh yeah, I've been there.
He was doing what's the green one with like the little skull? What's that? I got a biomass black market animated decal. Holy shit!
Wow.
That's like 0.5% chance of getting there. Oh, and it looks awesome! I got it out of the golden the new crate thing. Look at that.
Nice. Oh, that? It's on right now?
Yeah, it's called
okay.
biomass. It's certified for juggler.
It's all good. Going for dinner. Looking for those points.
Yeah,
For
you
no
gotta,
other
get,
reason.
you gotta get those points.
No other reason. Oh, well, thanks, K-Fox. I mean, it's a good reason. It boosts my numbers. Enjoy your dinner.
What's the one called with the like green like robe and the little dagger?
Are you talking about the character?
Which hero is that?
Oh, the silent.
That's it. Yeah. So he had like caltrops, like a whole bunch of caltrops, which like every time he got hit, it would deal damage back at whatever hit him.
Mhm.
So he'd
That's-
spend the whole turn building up like 20 or 30 block, and then just deal all the damage like in return for when they did damage. It was incredible, and he had I think he had a whole bunch of bites, which do 7 damage and heal you for 2.
Oh yeah, the
So-
bites are awesome.
He just had max health at the end of every fight, all the way to the final boss. He just had max health. It was insane.
Dang.
It's like he would build up a shitload of block. Even he was like, "This is the greatest silent run I've ever had."
Yeah, that takes some luck.
It really sold me on it too. It sold me on the whole game. I was like, just watching him, it was fucking awesome. He was like, he's like, I'm looking forward to fights. They're just easy. Because obviously I'm playing now, and I'm spending the entire time at like a quarter to half health, like the
Yeah.
entire way. But I figured that. It was just, man, watching him get like the Uber run just looked like an absolute joy.
Yeah, if you can get some good RNG, it's like feels good, man.
I really want to see that on the replay.
Yeah, I don't have much of a chance.
I smoked him all the way down the field. It was interesting how he would sometimes not take a new card. I was like, oh yeah, because if you like the cards in your deck, adding one that's only kind of powerful, you're just muddying the waters. You're not getting to the cards that are actually good
Yeah.
as fast.
That is kind of a weakness of mine. I almost always take a card.
Yeah. I've been really liking that anger one that costs 0 and then like adds another copy of it.
Oh yeah, that one's pretty good. I like that. Cards that cost 0.
Ah, this is
Oh
so
yeah! Damn it.
And I'm also really happy that you can save basically anywhere and quit out, because
Mhm.
I've already had to stop like 3 separate times. If they force you to finish the run, I wouldn't be able to play this game.
Yeah, no, that would suck. Yeah, on the 0 cost cards, the silent. That's part of the reason I like her, is because some cards will give you shivs, which cost 0.
Yeah. I kept saying shiz. Like, he was going so goddamn fast. He's got like hundreds of hours in it, and I had to keep like pausing the video to read things. But I heard him say shiv a whole bunch.
Yeah, and like there's a point, like if you get the right cards, you know, all at the right time, like you can have like 10, or you can have like the max amount of cards you can hold in your hand. You can have all of those be shivs. Just
And
like
those
throw
are
them all
0
in one
cost?
turn. Yep.
God damn. How much damage do they do?
It's not a lot unless you can upgrade them.
Right. And that's the thing about me sucking and not having a bunch of stuff unlocked, is that I have to keep resting at the thing instead of upgrading.
Yeah. They deal 4 damage. Baseline.
Yeah, because I was using a card that like it would upgrade one of your other cards for the rest of that combat, and man, that was fucking great.
Upgrade one of your cards, or
Yeah, one of the cards in your
Yeah,
hand was
yeah.
upgraded until the end of combat.
just wait till you unlock one of the like one of those gray cards. Because the gray cards are the ones that any character can get.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there's one that upgrades all of your cards for the rest of combat.
The teammate just left? What the fuck? He went and grabbed Boost during that time.
I think I did get a gray card. It's probably worried because he wasn't doing shit. You're doing everything. It plays a card from the top of your deck at the start of every turn. I was like, are you shitting me? That's awesome.
Oh fuck!
I thought that was like it plays the card on the top, but it exhausts it afterward.
Oh, okay. It exhausts it. Still, I was pretty excited to have that.
it can be pretty good. I'm very like conservative about my my
Yeah, exhaust is.
use.
Yeah. You definitely.
But sometimes if you get the right cards, like exhausting, like that is a good strategy. Like just you can gain like block from exhausting. You can gain
Yeah.
like strength from exhausting.
Yeah, I saw some cards like whenever you exhaust, draw a card, and I was like, that's cool, but I need to like build from the start around that. I'm not
Yeah.
gonna start now.
And that is kind of a difficult thing. Like at the beginning, you don't know what kind of cards you're gonna get. So, you know, if you're like, all right, this is gonna be an exhaust deck, then you get no exhaust cards until like the third, you know, like tier.
Floor.
Yeah.
Are there 3 floors?
Yeah. There is a mode.
Against the second boss. I'm worried.
There's a mode after. I don't know. I don't know when you unlock it, but it's like custom mode, and then so you can choose like any combination of all of the possible modifiers, and there's one that lets you keep going after the third. Which you know, it's not like an extra level. It's just you start over with all your stuff.
Yeah, like in the game plus almost.
Yeah, yeah.
Because it's still early access. Like, what else are they gonna add at this point?
I don't know. I mean,
And I guess they can still do like balance tweaks and stuff.
yeah.
Ooh, new crate.
Yeah, it's kind of hard because, like, you know, there's like I've wondered if they would add more characters, but I don't know how they would do it because, like, the way it's set up now is, you know, there's 3 characters and they each correspond to one of the 3 types of cards.
So
Yeah.
the initial guy is attacking, I assume.
Yeah, the initial guy is focused on attack mostly. The silent is focused on skills mostly, and the automaton is focused on powers mostly. I love those stupid watermelon wheels.
They're great.
I'm so happy because I made this watermelon car like way back in the beginning.
Yeah.
I've
Right
had
as-
it. I've had it forever.
Nice.
I traded that lime Merc to you.
That's
actually.
right. You gave me the lime Merc just to make it even more watermelon-y. So
Yeah.
my head exploded when I saw that we were gonna have watermelon wheels and a watermelon antenna. Literally, the only thing I'm missing it would be a boost that squirts watermelons.
Mm-hmm.
Angel, did you see that the watermelon has Gerpantus?
I did, yeah.
And it's the 34th one.
Yeah, Rule 34.
Oh, haha.
Yeah, that has to be intentional. Come on.
Oh, that's totally intentional.
Those pervs at Psionics.
They're weird fetishes too. They're fruit fetishes.
Oh,
They have
come
Mrs.
on.
Avocado.
You wanna fuck a watermelon? Don't kink shame them for that.
I don't think a watermelon. It's a little too grainy. It's like wet but grainy. It's like wet sand.
According to Sean, that's what a butt feels like.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Not necessarily
Grainy?
the watery part, but yeah, grainy.
Grainy, yeah. Like sand. Can't believe you remember that story.
It just, I think it just made me laugh so much that it just stuck in my brain.
Oh boy. Oh good. I sent it right back.
Oh no! So, since all of my topics have been super depressing, I might as well stay on point, on theme here. Have you guys heard of those immigration courts here in America? Where they've taken like kids away from their parents,
Yeah.
and then they force the kids to like go to their own trial.
I didn't know the kids had their own trial.
Where they're supposed to like actually present a defense, after themselves. There was a guy. He was like, they bring in kids that are 6 years old into court, and actually act like, oh my god. The lawyer was like, my client today was excited because they got to press the buttons on the elevator for the first time. Like they're clearly have no concept of what's happening to them. Like,
Yeah.
how am I supposed to explain immigration law to a 6-year-old?
My only thought is like the only possible use they could be is because, you know, kids don't have like a lie filter a lot of times. And so, you know, like people can find out like what their parents or supposedly parents, you know, like if they well, I guess first of all they can figure out if those are actually their parents.
Yeah.
And
Although kids will say dumb shit sometimes.
oh, of course, yeah. I wouldn't trust the word kid.
Yeah, I think they're like drunk people.
Yeah.
They could either be totally lying the whole time, or it could
Like
be
not even maliciously, just like
Yeah.
not even realizing what they're doing is wrong.
Or if they sort of understand, you know, they can be afraid of getting in trouble, and so they'll lie.
Yeah. Which is also heartbreaking.
Yeah.
Super fucking sad that these kids go into court and just have no clue what's happening.
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense.
that lag guy.
Courts are really backed up too, so they just kind of like hurry them through as quickly as possible.
Yeah, like you don't bring like, you know, if a kid like who actually lives here does something bad, you don't take them to court.
Yeah.
Besides, it's not really the kid's choice to come over.
Fuck! I
Those
should have
guys
used.
murdering us.
They're very good.
We did better without powers. If you want to pull it that, okay.
No. It's rumble. I forfeit.
Just didn't want you to stick around because you thought I wanted to. I want you to be your own man. Make your own path in life. Follow your own dreams of your heart.
The dreams of your heart.
Yeah!
Dueling tornadoes. Oh, guess who else has tornado?
Oh, nice. Ooh, you're launching it into their net.
Oh,
Oh,
no! That would have been
They had defense.
We could have lost by 5 instead of 4. Or whatever. That math is way off. Teammate's not going to accept your compliment. He's mad at you for not forfeiting.
Yeah, me. Specifically me.
Yeah, he knows. I sent him a message and said, hey, I was okay with forfeiting. My teammate won't let me. Praying Mantis 27. Praying Mantis... Manti? Mantises?
Man.
Mantises. They're so cool.
Yeah, they're pretty cool.
I captured a couple one time and I was like, they were duking it out on the porch. Mom got mad at me. I was like, leave them alone. Let them free. I was like, they're fighting though. No, I blocked it. I really wanted to see which one was gonna win. They were roughly the same size. Like one was green, one was brown. I was like, I bet green's gonna take it. She wouldn't let it.
In some Asian country, I don't know if it was in Malaysia or the Philippines or something. Kids will put like spiders on sticks and then have them like fight each other.
Well, they don't have anything better to do, so I could be like reading a book or kicking a soccer ball.
They probably have soccer balls.
No, they have spider sticks. That's what they play.
They probably have books as well. Probably not as many, but they probably still have books.
That sounds racist. Got it.
Get him. Look, he complimented you. See, he does hate me.
I told you. What's that? Was 119 miles an hour? That Starburst guy has a cool logo.
Reminds me of what do you call it? A Doctor Weird.
Dr. Octagonopus.
Dr. Weird.
Jeez. Okay.
Yeah, thank you for not letting him score again. Have to watch that shit.
Yeah, get her
Well
praying mantis.
played. He throws out a well played.
Wow. Look at that guy. He's a
I just got a promotion after that loss.
what? That guy was a champ too.
So there are these things in Elbert County, Georgia, which is like probably like 2 or 3 hours from where I live, but still, it's in my state. It is a granite monument erected.
Ooh.
I know.
Go on.
I paused so that you
I think I know what you're talking about.
yeah, erected in 1980.
Got my toilet paper. All right.
It's rock hard. It's these granite. They're 19 feet tall granite.
Oh.
They're like Stonehenge. It's similar to that. They have all these inscriptions. They're like these big slabs with capstones. It's called the American Stonehenge, is what it's referred to as. And it's got all this shit carved in it that people think is to, because it was put up during the time of the Cold War, so is kind of like they were worried if civilization gets wiped out, they wanted to have these stone tablet things with all this like advice for how to restart society.
Yeah, and it's like in every language pretty much.
Yeah, it's like Chinese, Hindu, Russian, English, and Arabic.
Right.
I think we pick one more. It's also got it says like buried 6 feet under is a time capsule to be opened on, and then it doesn't have a date, so they're like not sure if they actually put the capsule there or not, or if they just never bothered to put a date for some reason. It's kind of cool.
I assume it's, you know, to be opened on whatever day.
whenever shit goes south.
Yeah.
Wait, if civilization has died and you're still here, you can go ahead and take a look.
Yeah. And doesn't it also have like sort of like sundials, kind of?
Yeah, I was trying to read from the Wikipedia of it now. I'm playing Vidya, but it's like a compass. It's a calendar. It shows like the summer solstice and shit like that. There's a hole carved through it so that when the sun shines through at noon, it'll point to what day of the week it is, I think, or something.
That's creepy. Oh God.
It's got advice. I think one of the pieces of advice was something like, "Don't let the population of the Earth get above 500 million." I think,
Oh wow.
and a whole bunch of stuff about like how people should act, I think. And because he went to this granite company, was like, this is what we want to make, and he had like a little scale model of it. He's like, I represent a society of like 10 members, and he gave this fake name, and he's like, we'd like to purchase this, and the Granite guy was like, he was like, this guy's a nutcase. This is some nut job conspiracy dude. So he's like, I don't even want to bother with this. So he quoted some ridiculous price just to get the guy to go away. But of course the guy's like, all right, we'll pay it, and he's like, oh shit. He's like, they had to like get a whole bunch of consultants and stuff just to figure out how the fuck to even make the thing the guy wanted.
Yeah.
But they went and made it, and it weighs a shit ton, and it's buried pretty deep, so that because the crazy thing is, like, if a nuke goes off within like a few miles of it, that thing's not gonna make it.
Yeah.
A nuke is
Yeah.
gonna be pretty killer, but there's not a lot of reason for a nuke to hit in Elbert County, Georgia either. Like Atlanta, sure, that's a huge city,
Right.
but this is pretty fucking far from Atlanta.
Yeah.
So it's also, you know, it's not gonna get hit by any kind of tsunami. We don't really have earthquakes. That's not really in the tornado alley of Georgia. That was a hell of a pass right there. So you know, I could see it lasting for a while.
Yeah, didn't they choose that place because it would last a while?
I believe so, yeah. And it immediately, like within
Oh
days,
my god.
there was
No.
people spraying it with graffiti and like defacing it, because people think it's part of New World Order shit, or that it's
Oh, of
part of like a
course.
satanic cult kind of thing. So people were spraying it like down with the New World Order and all that kind of stuff. So when one nut job outdoes another nut job. Oh, blast!
Oh my god. This is the opposite of the last match.
Yeah. Blue team's so nice. I almost feel bad.
Speaking of like Satan and shit,
Nice.
oh,
Go on.
That's hot.
I watched a video about dissociative identity disorder, you know, multiple personalities.
Can't wait to see how this correlates with Satan. Go ahead.
Well, there were people in the comments that like legit 100% were like, these are demons possessing her,
Yeah.
Whoa, oh god.
and
Please no.
like, you know, there were some comments that were like, oh, this is fake, she's faking it, blah blah blah, and I would downvote those. But the ones that were calling them demons, like I didn't even downvote. They just made me laugh every time.
Look at Angel actually doing the upvotes and downvotes to make Reddit a better place. I'm too lazy. I don't bother.
Was it Reddit or was it just YouTube?
It was YouTube, but I do it on Reddit too.
To make YouTube and Reddit a better place.
The yeah, with if you ever have any human exhibiting some sort of action that involves like emotions or something that's purely contained inside your brain,
Yeah,
you're always going to get people going, they're faking it.
yeah, of course.
Just every time. Because they know that she's faking it.
Oh, the ones
Even
that
Tourette from Twitch, people think she's faking it.
yeah, the ones that really get me are like the people. Oh, if you talk to someone in this field, they'll tell you that this is fake.
Oh god.
And they're like, oh, so you're not one of those people. So you
Yeah.
you don't actually
Exactly.
know what they would say.
It's
Then you
It's
look
hard
at
to tell
someone
if-
who comes in, he's like, I am from this field, and then I say this. Then you look at their
Yeah.
post history, and it's like, you're also a 13-year-old girl in this one post of your history, and you're
yeah.
a 70-year-old retired guy in another one of your posts. I love the
I-
r/ quit your bullshit when they just scam. Like, you know your past comments are public record, right? It's so
I
easy
never-
to.
I never look at people's past comments. I just don't
I
care
love
enough.
I'd love to see if they're perpetually an asshole for a lot of things or just for that one post.
Just having like one bad day.
Yeah. But there's a guy at my work that he is infamous to a lot of people for being The guy who has worked in every single field, according to every single one of his things. He'll just be like, yeah, no, I worked in that field for just everything. He was in the
Pathological liars.
he was in the military. He was everything. And I've never actually heard him say any of these things. I've just heard people talk about it.
Holy shit!
Oh,
Murdering these guys.
get wrecked.
My
They're
cousin's a huge pathological liar. It's really annoying.
Yeah. Angel and I know a couple people. I don't know if they're still like that. But
Yeah, I'm not really sure actually. I don't think I
They're still
interact
like
with them
that?
enough.
yeah. Well, there was Max, and
Boom.
he has a girlfriend.
Just got blasted on Twitch, Max.
Yeah, Max.
My dad's
Um,
name is Max.
Yeah, yeah. It's your dad that I'm talking about.
I don't think I know him. He was saying like, I'm not sure I know. He's like, it's Max, your dad.
But like, he asked me to be friends on Facebook a long time ago, and I never accepted or declined his friend request. So he can't like send me another one. So I was just like, and he has a girlfriend now, which always baffles me. It's like, why would anybody, like, do they believe the lies? Like, what? If there was any girl I was with that was just like, yeah, I know what you're talking about, I'd be like, and not, I know what you're talking about, like, yeah, I've been there, lie, or I've been in that field or whatever. No, you haven't. I don't want to even be friends with you. Like,
Yeah.
let alone date you. There was that time that Angel, you were there, but I don't know if you remember the time that I shut down Devin when he was talking about how he had a degree at the college.
Oh yeah.
She remembered. Because he was like, yeah, I have a degree there, and I just like got my degree there a couple months before, and I'm like, no, you haven't. Because like he claimed at one point that he was in the military. And like I had literally just accomplished college, right, and got my associate's degree, and this guy's gonna come in and say, yeah, no, I've done that too. Like, no, you haven't. You haven't gone through the work. You shut your mouth right now. And so he's like, no, I was in the business program. I was like, they don't have a business program there. It's a small, it's a little community college. You could do general education and shit, but like specializing a little bit and stuff. But there's no. He's like, no, it was a special program. And I said, they don't have that.
It was just for me. I was the only one who got it.
Yeah.
And you can't verify because they lost all the records.
Yeah.
And the thing is like all the stuff that he said he's done, like he doesn't have enough time to do all that stuff in his life.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, come on, dude. I know you haven't been in college because you've been living here for the past year, and I've been going to college ever since I got out of high school. I got out of high school a year before you. Like,
This timeline's just not matching up.
oh god, I'm so bad. So bad in this match. Ah, they're so good in this match.
That is so foreign to me because just the sensation of being caught in a mistake, I feel like shit. Like if I say
Yeah.
something and I was wrong, I feel like an asshole. I can't imagine intentionally trying to mislead someone.
I feel bad like if you're
Yes, without-
mistaken. Like not even like oh,
And we get crushed.
like I say something, they're like, no, that's not actually it, and you're just like, oh shit, really?
Yeah, that
feel like
that
shit.
makes me feel terrible.
Or you find out you've been giving out false information, I feel like shit too.
Yeah.
Even if it's stuff that doesn't matter too much. Like I feel like shit.
Yeah. So when I tell you I have a 9-inch penis, you know I mean it.
Yeah, yep.
Because I
Only
don't lie.
9?
Well, you know, I had it reduced.
Oh, yeah.
It was just too much.
It's a burden, really.
It really is.
Oh my god, these guys!
I have struggled a bit with
I thought you were gonna say you also have a knowledge meter.
He does.
Yeah, do you remember, Ashton, do you remember my Drackle?
Yeah, I remember your draft.
Good. Um, just gonna leave that there. So I've kind of always had a problem with telling the truth. I don't really know like what it is necessarily. Like
Oh, shit,
like
now
it's
I feel
it's
bad.
no.
It's just-
No, I agree. It's a shitty thing to do. Like just tell the fucking truth. But it's like
Yep.
I don't know. It's like I do have some, and I hate telling people, but I do have some like mental disorders.
Bro. You hate telling people, but you're live on Twitch.
Yeah. Well, like I hate telling people because it
Don't worry, no one watches your Twitch.
Yeah, no one's
That
no one's
joke-
here right
that
now,
joke's
right?
not gonna work for much longer. You're getting too popular.
yeah.
It's true.
Um.
Too popular.
And I hate telling people that because like it feels like people will think that I'm just making excuses. Like it's okay because
Oh,
there's something
yeah.
wrong with me.
Oh fuck.
Like no, this is definitely not okay. It's just that's why I do it.
Ash and I have talked about this at length, but the whole stigma around mental disorder, it's real shitty.
Yeah.
Like, so many people struggle with that stuff, and it's
Oh.
you know you wouldn't give
Oh,
someone
no.
shit for having leukemia. Why would you give them shit
Yeah.
for having a mental problem?
Yeah,
The thing
it's
is-
just because like you can't see it and so
Yeah.
it doesn't count.
Or they think like you're just not trying hard enough.
Yeah.
Just stop being sad.
Oh
Yeah.
god.
Why are you sad?
Like the one girl that was just like, I was like, yeah, I have these anxiety problems with relationships, and it was caused by this. And she's like, well, you just need to get over that. I'm like, that's not.
That's not how it works.
I've been seeing a counselor for a long time. It's not that easy. For fuck's sake. If I could just get over it, yeah. Do you think I would do? I wouldn't do that. Yeah, I love feeling like shit. That's great.
No.
Oh, it was so close. Yeah,
I think it would be great if we can, not to get too political, but I think universal healthcare would be fantastic if we can get it to work. If we can like fund
Yeah.
it.
Yeah,
I
if yeah.
think- I
Oh, go in. Oh, go in.
I
It's
would
still
love
kinda close.
for mental handicaps to be
What?
included in that.
Mhm,
Like,
How did-
I think it would be. I think society would be so much better if people could get free. Like,
Oh,
at-
you hit the. Sumbro, you hit the side, so the match didn't end, or we didn't go to overtime. That should have went to overtime.
I also scored and got MVP.
Yeah, no, I'm saying like I was wondering how we didn't like go to overtime there, because it hit the ground, because it hit a square.
Yeah, but I hit the side of it. I mean, I know
Yeah.
what I'm doing.
Yeah, sure.
It's what I wanted to do. But yeah, like people need to like understand mental problems better, and just to be more understanding in general.
mhm.
And I think so many people are either scared to like seek out help or can't afford it, and it's real shitty.
Yeah.
It's just kind of a shitty thing all around.
I think people shouldn't be scared to seek out help, especially because they don't have to tell people most of the time,
Mhm.
right? There's
Yeah.
certain circumstances where they, you know, maybe their spouse is a piece of shit and they're wondering, like, they have to go to counseling for it or go to whatever, and they're wondering why they have to leave every Wednesday for an hour or some shit, right? But most of the time, you don't have to tell anyone.
Yeah.
No one's forcing you to do that. Like, I understand being scared, and especially being scared to tell people, because it took me a while to get comfortable to talk about this stuff to other people, but
Because people are assholes.
yeah. But also, I mean, you know, it is something that could be abused. That sort of like
Yeah, absolutely.
an excuse thing, but you don't automatically assume malice. Like,
It's the same thing with a rape allegation. You don't assume,
Yeah.
you don't straight assume it to be true, but you take it seriously.
yeah,
Yeah.
Just because it's possible somebody's lying doesn't mean you disregard it.
yeah, exactly.
And does that mean that you're more likely to be duped? Does that make you more gullible? Yeah, sure, but that's unnecessary cost
Yeah.
to taking it seriously.
Oh my god, I was dribbling that shit.
I honestly wish my mom would get some therapy. But, obviously she doesn't want to. And stigma is a big part of it. Like admitting that you've got an issue that needs to be dealt with. It's a big step.
There's also like, besides the stigma of like the public stigma for it, some people also have like that pride aspect to it. Where they're like,
Yeah.
they think like, no, if I,
You're admitting that there's something wrong with you.
Hmm.
Like, alright, this is not normal.
yeah, yeah, and also yeah, feeling like you're broken too doesn't feel good.
Yeah.
My counselor, like I tell her that yeah, I'm broken. And she's like, don't say that. I'm like, no, I'm fine with it. I don't give a shit.
Yeah, it's also kind of freeing in a way. Like I don't have
Yeah.
to keep blaming myself. I can identify the problem. I can label it. I can work on it. It's now like an entity that I can try to combat instead of it just being, why do I keep fucking up so much?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I still hate it, right? I still don't like that it exists, but I don't feel absolutely terrible that it does exist. Right? The concept of it existing doesn't bother me that much. If that makes sense.
So you were saying, does that tie into like a temptation to lie? Is it like a temptation to lie to people?
It's not like I make up stuff like how the other guys we were talking about.
Cousin who just says shit because he wants people to think he's cool.
Yeah.
Stop.
Like I've done mild versions of that, but nothing that I had like had to really like keep up with or anything. It's just like
So you're telling me you don't have a 9-inch penis?
oh no, it's much bigger. Um.
Is it
I guess-
like
I guess-
a temptation?
Oh!
It's kind of
Damn
hard
it.
to explain, partly because I have to like think about the instances where I've done it, like, well, why did I do it? I think most of it has to do with like I have something called oh my god, my brain.
You have something called your brain?
Yeah, borderline
Oh.
personality disorder.
I've heard of that.
Yeah, it's not like a super intense version of it, but it's definitely there. And that can cause me to be like really impulsive and make bad decisions. And so like I'll lie about not doing it, or I don't know, stuff like that. I can't really.
Is it like lying because you're trying to get an advantage, or is it just like the act of lying? You just have like an impulse to do something even though you know it's not what you should do.
Oh!
If that makes sense.
I think it might be mostly just like trying to cover my ass. Like I did something stupid, and so I'm trying to, figure out. Especially, because of the not wanting to tell someone that there's something wrong with me,
Right.
or also like not wanting them to think that I'm blaming it on something, like I'm not in control of my actions.
Yeah.
It's like,
You don't want to seem like you're trying to use a cop out.
yeah, and so I guess that's what, like, those two things, you know, that and not wanting to get in trouble is like the biggest reason for like a lying problem, I guess.
Yep.
I am working on that though. As in, I'm working on like the impulsivity kind of thing.
That's all you can do is just keep working on it.
Yeah.
Hey, changing your how you think and do things is very tough.
Yeah, there's a specific type of therapies like made for borderline personality.
Electroshock.
Yeah. No, that was made for the gays.
Oh, that's
Um,
oh, what a
Back in the 50s, they just give you an orgasm and tell you to go back to
What,
your
really?
home. You haven't heard of that? Like they call it like hysteria.
no.
Oh yeah, yeah,
They'd
yeah.
Just be like,
I
oh,
mean, I've
she's-
heard of like hysteria, but I didn't know that was like.
they were
Cure.
like, oh, she's just got, and I think like the first vibrator was made for like a medical reasons.
Wow.
Like, they would like stimulate the patient, and then I was like, oh wow, look at that.
That's science.
She seems to be doing a lot better now.
Yeah.
Satisfied.
Oh,
That's
woo!
hilarious.
I thought. Oh, we're
Um,
back.
yeah, no, it's just like it's like a group therapy, and you just work on various things that are supposed to make you more like conscious of you know what you're doing in the moment.
Oh.
Because there's a lot more to it than just impulsivity. So they
that's,
just like
that's the first thing you learn is that it's more complicated than you think.
yeah.
Take whatever you think you know about mental disorder. It's more complicated than that,
Yeah.
and it's going to be a little bit different for everybody.
Yeah.
Different reactions and stuff.
Yeah, but this therapy has like some as like if you keep up with it, it is definitely something you have to keep up with your entire life. But you know, as long as you do it, like it has shown to help. You know.
That's pretty cool because I would not be able to do therapy. I would hate that.
Yeah. Well, I think that's part of why it's group is because like part of the problems come from like interpersonal interactions. And so like I guess it helps you like learn how to talk to people or something. I don't completely know, but yeah, and like you get homework and stuff like
Yeah, Ashton's talked about that before.
yeah.
Homework assignments.
Oh.
Yeah, and so I was doing that for a little bit, but
Now that you've moved, have you found?
no, I haven't. You know, because obviously like therapy and shit costs money.
Yeah.
Yep.
Or at least you know you need
Insurance.
yes, thank you. Which I no longer have. So
Brag. You used to have insurance. Jeez.
Yeah.
Look at Miss Moneybags over here.
well, I mean it was just Medicaid.
Brag.
Brag.
But yeah, so you know I've only been here for like 2 months, so I haven't really looked for any of that kind of stuff.
That's
But
what
I
was saying, it
also
would be-
didn't stop it when I moved because yeah, I had to stop like over a year before I moved. No, maybe not over a year, but it was several months because that was when my Medicaid ran out.
I know you can call me like a bleeding heart liberal and everything for wanting the rich to pay for everyone else's medical problems, but man, society would be things would be so much better if people had affordable, cheap, easy access to mental
Yeah.
health care.
Yeah,
If you want a country to succeed, you need them to be educated and healthy.
Yeah.
exactly. Education and health are like the most important things to a functional society.
And
Sure.
mental
And
health
not
is
of-
every bit as important.
Yeah. And of course, not everyone needs to like go to college. In fact, not everyone should go to college.
Yeah.
Because then you just get a surplus of people.
Yep.
But
I mean, my English degree it really paid off nicely.
Yeah.
But I can see how other people's English might not have paid off as well. At least I didn't take any student loan debt. Thank God.
yeah,
And obviously, we shouldn't like hand out everything for free.
yeah, of course.
Of course, issues. That's like one of the main arguments against it is like, they should be working hard to get their shit too. Like I'm working. It's like, yeah, yes. We're also not gonna. We shouldn't be giving it to people just for the fuck of it, right? Like,
Yeah. Yeah, and like hospitals.
God damn it.
There is the fact that all that equipment and all that power and whatever that goes into it, like that shit costs money, of course.
Of course.
But someone going in, literally, this is what happened to Justin. Like, he went to the hospital, because he was having like an anxiety attack, and like they just he stayed for a few hours. They gave him a mild sedative or something, and his hospital bill was $5,000.
Yeah, it's insane.
Like, are you
Yeah, that's-
fucking serious?
yeah.
In the Western civilized world, Americans pay way more for healthcare than any other but they have something like 30th in satisfaction with their
Yeah.
healthcare.
Also, like, not necessarily the best healthcare either.
Yeah.
Like, I think we're not top,
God damn.
the most healthy in the world.
No, we're not.
Yeah, no.
So
For
we're
healthcare.
paying a lot and not getting much for it.
Yeah.
You can argue about what's the best method of doing it, but whatever we're doing now is not working.
Yeah. I will say that, he like contacted somebody and like based on how much money he makes or whatever, like they did lower it by like a shit ton.
Yeah, I remember we were cheering him on when he told us about it.
Yeah.
Coming in saying
Yeah.
that. I was like, gee, thank God.
Yeah. But yeah, I remember seeing something like, if you need hip replacement or whatever, you can fly to Spain, get a hip replacement, fly back, and it'll be less expensive than just going to an American hospital.
Yeah,
That's so good.
it's messed up.
Yeah.
I think a lot of that has to do with lobbyists. Just companies that make a shitload off of corrupt systems can afford to pay politicians to protect their corruption. And like lobbyists aren't doing anything illegal. You're allowed to give your money to politicians.
Oh.
Guys, the guys that make the laws can be bought. That's kind of a problem.
Even like eyeglasses in Japan, you can go get a pair of eyeglasses for like, I don't know, $80 without insurance. But here in America, they're like $400 or $500.
Oh yeah. I had to buy some recently. I've got a real bad prescription. Like my prescription costs like $250, like just the lenses.
Yeah.
It's before the frames.
Oh.
Yeah.
They're all like everything is owned by that company Luxottica. Like
Yep.
every major glasses place, Pearl Vision and all the other ones,
Oh, get wrecked.
all owned by the same company.
Yeah, thankfully, when I got these glasses, I still had my Medicaid, so I don't know if I had to pay anything, honestly. It was almost $500 for the whole shebang.
That's the thing is like, it's not like in not like in Japan, right? They're giving you less glasses. Like
Yeah.
it's a lens in a frame. So
If we can afford fire department, police department, and schools, you know, like obviously our school system isn't great, but
Yeah.
that you've got an option. You've got a public option. You can't afford to send them to a fancy school like my parents did.
Mhm.
yeah. What's it
I-
like?
I feel like it's got to be possible to have a healthcare system where there's a public option.
Mhm.
Ooh. And then people cry like socialism and stuff like that because like, you know,
Yeah.
we're getting more socialist things. But the thing is, we already have police again and fire department. We already have roads. I don't think health care is like crazy. Yes, if you want to like say we don't deserve like TVs. Like every person doesn't. We
And
shouldn't be
there's
giving
plenty of
people free
elective
TVs.
surgeries.
and
We're not
stuff.
going to give away like free boob jobs. Well,
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
maybe we should give free boob jobs, but like other elective surgeries.
yeah. Maybe like penis enlargement jobs. Maybe some of those.
Well, I wouldn't need one, but I mean, it would be nice to
Oh.
have that as an option.
Yeah, me neither. I wouldn't.
Right,
need one.
right. Neither of us would have to go get that, but
Yeah,
other Ashtons and Sunbros out there.
yeah. I mean, it's not something to feel bad about too. If you have a small penis, you know, it's not.
I
at
wouldn't
all.
feel if I did. I wouldn't feel bad about it.
Yeah.
I've thought it like hypothetically if.
I mean, I wouldn't tell anyone about it probably, but
I mean, why?
yeah.
Who would just bring that up in conversation though? You know, like,
you know.
it's not just something you just start talking about. Like the asshole companies that jack up the price of like insulin by 600%.
Oh god, insulin is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Martin at my work, he's diabetic and he needs insulin. That's stupid expensive.
Yeah.
Just in general, like medicine, yeah, we said this before, but like at hospitals, they just jack up the price of any medicine.
Mhm.
When they all agree to do it. Yeah, Kate Foxington, you picked a bad stream if you wanted uplifting conversation.
I mean, I'm uplifted right now.
It's a downer of a night.
We were talking about penises earlier, just like 2 seconds ago. That makes me
And-
smile.
And boob jobs.
Yeah.
Boob jobs, yeah, that's not as
like,
good.
Free boob jobs. Uncle Sam's gonna pay for your boob job, Kate Foxington.
I want a boob job. Give me one. Sign me up.
I would play with them all day.
Yeah. Jake from State Farm. He's in
Just
a,
like,
he's not the same one probably actually.
just like, run to the bathroom. I just didn't play with them for a few minutes. Been back for 10 minutes.
I heard the penises. I've been
I
back
heard-
for like 10 minutes.
I
Oh,
heard the
embarrassing.
penises.
That's embarrassing. I'm sorry, K-Fox. I'm blushing. Dude, I'm embarrassed.
It's a good thing we're not like streaming this to the public.
Yeah.
It's a private stream. Did you get your stream key to watch it? Stream key is actually a thing. Oh, you dick!
We've been making
There's
some
a-
sweet music with this puck here. You and I have been working it back and forth together.
We've been whispering to it. We're puck whisperers. There's a guy in the Discord server called, I believe, Jake from State Farm. Oh, I got wrecked. But I don't think this is the same Jake. Where is he? Is he still in the Discord server? He might not be.
I don't see him.
Yeah,
Okay.
he might not be in there anymore.
Khakis.
He left. What a jerk.
She sounds.
Are you sure he didn't just? Are you sure he
Rename
didn't
himself?
Just... Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, he has a Twitch too, and I don't know. I doubt he nicknamed himself in the server. You know.
Yeah.
Unless he doesn't want to. It seemed like he was, you know, like my channel, a tiny bit successful, at the very least.
Actually starting to like get good at hockey.
Yeah.
Been playing it so much. Starting
There's
to
some-
not be thrown off. At, like predicting it better and shit.
Yeah, hitting it at the right spot. Sometimes it's a little hard because it's flip-flopping everywhere.
We just never put this much practice into it.
But yeah.
Reason to play for this.
Oh. I ran out of boost. Good. Come on, 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 come on. Whatever.
Damn, almost had it.
Ooh, Jake trying to get all touchy now. Trying to give me the touchles. The touchles and the kissels. Don't have enough boost for that. Oh! Oh, see that was a funky.
Funky. Ooh.
So what did you think of the Star Fox game?
That was fun. You know, it's arcadey, right? So, oh, do it. You know, there's
Yeah, that's what you would expect from a game like that.
yeah, and while I prefer, you know, realistic space, it's fun. It's
Yeah, I never expected it to dethrone Elite Dangerous.
yeah.
It was more just like, is it a good time? When are you gonna stream some more?
Maybe next Saturday. It's kind of like
It was a boon to your enterprise.
there were only like 6 people streaming it. Like
Dang.
I was number 2. I was on the wiki for the game because you know they have like, ooh, look at these
I
streamers.
thought you meant like Ruasha was on the wiki as one of the 6 people that have streamed it.
Yeah, that's a part of a legend there. Only 6 people have streamed the game so far. They like, you know, they have like sidebars and whatnot for people streaming it.
These actually affect your competitive rank, Mr. Fox.
Yeah.
That's
There's a
why we're playing them. That's why anybody's playing them.
Yeah,
Put weight behind them.
there's actually a different competitive rank for each one.
Nobody was playing these until the Fire Nation attacked.
Yeah. There'd be like 800 people in the Snow Day playlist. Now we like exclusively get Snow Day, it feels like. It's just all Snow Day. And then we get a little bit of Drop Shot.
Yeah, we get a little bit of drop shot.
And then Rumble's very rare for
Rumble's
some reason.
yeah, Rumble's not common.
Which sucks, because I like that one the most. And that's my highest
But
rank.
it's also the one that we played the most. Like, we're getting some good use out of the ones that we don't normally play.
Yeah.
Because I have a feeling this will start to wane soon enough.
Bruce Wayne.
Batman. I'm Bane, yes, that's the name. Clinically insane.
Angel's condition called my brain.
Don't fuck with me or I'll crash your plane.
I go, that's what I'm gonna call your condition. If you ever say like, oh, I fucked up, be like, it's because of your brain, or no, because of my brain.
Oh.
Your brain is fucking.
No,
wrong?
no, my brain.
My brain.
It's just like my nipple called your sister.
Yeah.
It's always your sister, no matter what perspective you're in. No matter who's saying it.
Did I Fuck
I'm
us.
obviously not going to do that because that'd be mean, Angel.
That would be okay. It's
Oh, I'm
it's
too
mean
low.
for fun.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, she called me a poopy face the other day. I still haven't
Oh
gotten
my
it.
god. Can't get revenge someday. Ooh.
I haven't been called a poopy face since like 3rd grade, so the sting was fresh.
Nubile, one might say.
A nubile sting.
Yeah.
I'm just imagining like young women in SWAT gear having a sting operation.
They're all out
Open
in a
up,
van
it's
eating
the
donuts.
Lollies.
Yeah, the Lollies.
Totally.
Oh, fuck. I want to stop that. Ooh, boy. Teammate. What does I have to do?
Remember that picture where he like texts the FBI? Oh my god! Oh, teammate had that. Oh, he's like, cute, isn't she? And he's like, yeah, I guess. And then she's 14, and then like, boom, got him. The FBI gets raided. He was like texting an FBI agent. Like sends her a picture of an anime girl. I did this all backwards. I told that whole joke in reverse order. I
That's
could
fine.
do one more.
One more, alright. One more. Please, sir, can I have one more? I sound just like the character. Does that?
Do you even know what that's from?
No. It's from Gary Mix Spriggs' What's Down.
What?
Sorry, our opponents.
I was really hoping that would help me create something.
I can
but it
Family
didn't.
Guy when he has to come up with a fake name.
Oh, yeah.
Peas. He's like a pea. Tur. Someone's like crying,
Oh, I hit it.
and then a fucking griffin goes by.
Oh, yeah.
Peter Griffin. Wait, shit.
Look at this stupid hit.
Wow.
Everyone just staring at it as it slowly rolls in.
What a shit hit. What a shit. Oh my god, is teammate good? Oh, teammate's good.
One of these days,
think.
I'll be able to do something like that.
What? Hit the ball?
Yeah.
Oh my god. We have a mighty force on our team with his 76 flashing ping.
Oh, you actually reset me and put me where I needed to be. That was awesome.
Oh, we have powers, I forget.
Yeah, teammate was killing him without powers.
I'm glad we ended on a rumble too. My favorite.
Did you hear about that that guy in Saudi Arabia that got murdered? That journalist?
Okay.
I think he works for like the Washington Post. Oh my god!
Ooh, dunked. The grapple dunk.
Grapple dunked. Right in the corner pocket. He had said some bad things. Apparently, he had said some bad things about Trump a while back. But anyways, he was shall we say, critical of the Saudi leadership, and they have footage of him going inside this building. I don't remember what building it is.
Oh,
Could have been like consulate or something. I'm fucking this up too, but anyways, he never came back out, and they showed these like 15 guys. They sent 15 assassins to kill him,
Jesus.
and one of them was carrying a bone saw. So they murdered him and then chopped him into pieces.
Oh my goodness.
And Trump is doing a lot of like $1 million deals with them right now, selling them weapons. So he's not too keen on criticizing them at the moment. And he's like, the Saudi king told me that they didn't do it, so I have no reason not to believe him. But obviously it was them. They were like, oh no, those 15 guys, they were just tourists. But these tourists landed at like 3 o'clock in the morning, only went to that one building and then left that same day. So probably not there for the scenery. And you know, they were carrying their tourist bone saw with them.
Yeah. Don't all tourists do that? Oh wait,
Yeah.
maybe I'm thinking of terrorists. Oh.
Tourists.
So yeah, the Saudi king just kind of because like the dude had been doing some neat progressive stuff. Like women in Saudi Arabia finally have the ability to drive.
Yeah.
Wow.
Insane.
Well, they're allowed, not necessarily they have the ability. Am I right?
It was really funny when like you'd have a female pilot land in Saudi Arabia, like a country that she wouldn't even be allowed to drive a car in. And she's like flying a commercial jet into their country. It's kind of. Oh no, Angel died. Angel's dead. The Saudis got to her.
Yep.
Why'd you die, Angel?
Because I lost you guys.
I was the bone saw.
It was scary.
I was talking about how women
good.
pilots could fly into Saudi Arabia, into a country that they're not even allowed to drive.
Oh.
They, you know, imagine how weird of a feeling that is, flying a plane in a country, you know. So, anyways, yeah, they're just murdering journalists over there and getting away with it.
Yeah.
I am anti-journalist murdering.
Really? You're gonna take a hard stance like that on stream?
I'm, you know, like I said, call me a bleeding heart liberal if you want. And to be
Yeah,
fair,
I heard
lots-
about like other journalists that got murdered in
Russia
that
does it
region.
all the time.
Oh, sure.
Putin's a
Fuck.
real dick to the free press. But
Oh, scroll down.
lots of presidents, lots of American presidents have done shady deals with Saudi Arabia, even though they're a shit country with shit leaders. But you know, Trump just being like, he's with one guy, he's one journalist, you know, and not to mention, it seems like that guy might have also said bad things about Trump, so maybe too worried about the guy dying. It's fucked up. It's the kind of thing you would see in like a movie. Fucking 15 assassins come in and murder a guy,
Oh, damn it. Froze it.
and then like chop his body up. Oh, that was in.
Fuck, they froze it again there.
That might have been.
Oh,
I'm not saying it was.
wow. As I'm shooting.
Who
it.
knows? Who knows what kind of things could have happened at that time? How was that, K. Foxington? Was that a good enough, uplifting, positive story? Bonesaw murder?
Not much I could do about that. I had boost, and that was
That's the lightest story. That's the funnest story I had on the docket for today.
You think that's terrible, Sunbro? Did you know that 19% of journalists that die are women?
Yeah, I mean, thank God this wasn't a women. That would have made the story much more tragic.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
As a UN tweet, if anyone knows.
Yeah. Killing journalists. That's where we left off. You didn't miss anything.
You must be watching us for our sweet gameplay.
You know, I can't blame him.
Oh, you butts! seen that?
Just heard the word Foxington, and what is that called? Like it's called like the cocktail syndrome or something like that. When you hear a word that means something to you, like your own name, and it cuts through the chatter of everything else. Like you're tuning things out, but your brain will.
Yeah.
It's called the cocktail something effect.
You ever
mechanic.
you ever have pareidolia with that, where you're just like in a crowded area and you think you hear
Yeah.
your name?
Yeah.
Especially for mine, it's like that like for yours, you know, your name there, Sombro, it could be a little bit like, oh,
I
there
know,
could be
you
somebody
would-
else.
You would think that I wouldn't hear my name because it's like 3 syllables, but
Yeah, oh,
it
yeah,
happens
yeah.
all the time.
Yeah. For me, I'm like, there can't be another person with the name Ashton in this area. But also, like, if I hear Ash, and then if somebody says Ashley, right, the Ash is still stressed.
Mhm.
Yeah, the ash.
So my brain's still triggers. There was one time in elementary school where they said like Ashley, and because I had an Ashley in my class, and I answered,
Yeah,
and then people were
you
like,
girl.
"What an idiot!"
That's a girl's name.
So I was like, okay, like that didn't even bother me that time. I was like, these people are dumb.
He wants to be
That was
a
it.
girl.
Wasn't even embarrassed.
There was that reminded me of a weird time in junior high. I was at my friend's house, and in junior high I went by Lynn, and you know everybody called me Lynn except for like my mom, my real mom who didn't live with me. But like I was at her house and I was about to walk through a doorway into another room, and just like in between the wall and the TV, I just hear Angel. And I just like, what the fuck? And there was nobody. There was like the only person
Yeah.
in the entire house was upstairs. So I was like, your house is
I would-
haunted.
That's
Of
a
course,
good
she told
description for it.
me. She told me other stories about how the house was haunted anyway. So, you know that kind of.
Pareidolia of audio. I don't know if there's a real term for that. That's exactly what it is. Your brain.
It's pareidolia is, I think, audio too. It's just finding,
Yeah.
not necessarily. It's just patterns. It doesn't have to be like visual. But I always want to like. I would have loved to have the audio when you have the pareidolia of that situation. I would have loved to have the audio, listen to it back, to be like, what the fuck was it that I heard,
Yeah.
and to see if I can like
Yeah.
see if it was actually there, or if I'll get the pareidolia a second time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like there was nothing there that could have feasibly made a noise, especially not someone
Yeah.
whispering a name that I didn't go by at the time.
Yeah,
Like it was so weird.
that's the thing. Like, it could be a combination of sounds that made it sound like that, or your
Yeah.
brain's just
Fucking air conditioner
Fucked.
doing something.
Yeah.
yeah.
Or just neurons like misfiring. and, like,
Yeah.
pulling an audio clip from the log.
And me
Oh my
being
god,
fine.
Ashton, you have so many yellow exclamation marks. Oh,
You
that's
like it?
killing me. Oh, that hurts.
I like it. I want them all to have yellow exclamation mark. I'm collecting them all. I'm really trying to find a double right now. 'Cause if I can get a double, I can get another double. Oh, yep. I can get the double-double.
Man, I haven't crunched in a while. I should do that.
Oh, but I don't want to trade in painted pink cat ears. You kidding me? Alright, never mind. I can add that to my pink car that I don't have, but I should make now. Because I have like some sweet pink boosts. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Spicy. Alright, well I think it's about that time. I gotta pee.
It is indeed.
And yeah.
Okay, Foxington, thanks for hanging out.
Yeah. And everyone else who's lurking and jerking and other stuff, thanks for
Twerking.
hanging out. I'll be back on tomorrow. More Rocket League, oh boy. Yakuza. Bob. Okay, Subbro, please. What now? Oh no. Welcome back, Angel. You're talking to me like this is your. Alright, bye, K Fox. Nice to see you.
Bye, K Fox.
Thanks for hanging out. And thanks, Wup, if you're still there for the raid. Bye.